So you're considering a move or potentially buying a vacation rental in Lake Tahoe, Nevada? Well, in today's video, we're going to go over all of the pros and cons that you need to consider and the differences between Lake Tahoe, Nevada and Lake Tahoe, California. So if you want to know the difference between North Lake Tahoe and Southern Tahoe, you're gonna wanna stay tuned. What's up everyone? This is Rachel Capel. We are the Living in Lake Tahoe channel. So if you wanna know everything about Lake Tahoe, what it's like to live here, play, have fun, vacation, and own property here, this is a channel for you. Make sure to click the subscribe button down below, smash that like button if you're getting value, and just stay tuned because we have videos coming out each week. We're getting calls every single week from people wanting to know more about Lake Tahoe and relocating here and buying second homes, and we absolutely love it. So just make sure to reach out to us. The information is above and below, and we got you covered. Mornings, days, nights, weekends, whenever you want to talk to us, we're here for you to help you learn more about living in Lake Tahoe. Okay, so let's get into this video. Living in Lake Tahoe, Nevada versus living in Lake Tahoe, California. North Lake versus South Lake, and all the things that you need to know. Let's get into this video right now. So we're gonna go over North Lake first, and we're gonna talk about all of the pros. So pro number one of living in Northern Lake Tahoe is that it is absolutely beautiful all year round. It's beautiful all year round. You've got the lake, you've got snow, you have springtime. All of these seasons are absolutely perfect in Lake Tahoe, so I don't think you can get an ugly winter or an ugly spring or fall or summer. I think that this area is absolutely gorgeous, so it's just Mother Nature's backdrop. You're going to be enjoying snow-topped mountains overlooking the lake. You can ski, and those are other pros down the road, but number one is the fact that it is absolutely beautiful all year round here in Northern Lake Tahoe. All right, pro number two is that there is no state income tax, which means that all that retirement money is gonna be tax-free at the state level. So that is really positive, and why a lot of people like Lake Tahoe, Nevada. So their property taxes also on these properties are relatively low. You'd be shocked compared to California, which we'll get into, but that is my pro number two. There is no state income tax. Pro number three is there is gambling here. You can legally gamble in Lake Tahoe, Nevada. So if you're a gambler and you like those casinos and playing cards, blackjack, the slot machines, I personally am not a big gambler, but there are many people that enjoy that and love it. So in Lake Tahoe, Nevada, you are not going to have any kind of issues with being able to gamble. It's legal and lots of people love it, and some people like me could care less. So pro number three is that you can gamble here legally. All right, pro number four is this area is very family oriented. So I feel like all of Tahoe is pretty family oriented, but Northern Lake Tahoe, like Incline Village, Kings Beach, places like that, you're really gonna have like family friendly places like the beaches, and restaurants and dining is going to be very family oriented. It's almost like a locals vibe here. A lot of people have vacation homes, second homes here, and they always bring up, friends and family to stay with them and enjoy the area. You're not going to get a lot of casinos here like you would in like down near South Lake, like Harrah's and whatnot. So North Lake is going to be a little bit more family friendly. If I had to kind of decipher between the two, just because there's not a lot of kind of crazy nightlife that goes on here. The towns do tend to shut down early, but you're going to have a lot of family activities. Like I know at Incline Beach, they have like 4th of July, which is a really big deal. And I think every week in the summer on Fridays, they have like family, basically like a live band at the beach. So you can kind of enjoy and have fun and hang out. It's just really, really nice for families, It's more low key up in Northern Lake Tahoe. So you're gonna kind of feel that vibe of like just kind of more chill, not so like, getting the clubs and drinking and all that crazy action for the younger kiddos. It's just more family oriented up here. So that's my number four. It is more family oriented and family friendly up here. All right, number five pro is up here in the Northern Nevada, Lake Tahoe area. You're gonna have a ton of great skiing, snow activities, hiking, biking, all kinds of great activities are to be had. in northern Lake Tahoe. You've got golfing, you've got the beach, you can paddleboard in the summer, you can jet ski, you can boat. I actually had this debate recently with some friends about how the lake can be a little bit chillier, so boating might be a little bit harder if you wanted to go water skiing, but I think that jet skiing is fantastic. Paddleboarding is like amazing. You can't really submerge yourself in the water for hours on end. I mean, maybe depending on the time of the year, but in the summertime, definitely the lake has a plethora of activities. There's hiking, there's a ton of mountain biking trails, there's a ton of hiking trails that you can do. You can also in the summer or the snow time, you can ski, you can snowshoe, you can snowmobile, you can sled. There's just a plethora of things to do. And even in the fall, plenty of hikes and beauty to be seen throughout the year. So that is my number 5. There's a plethora of activities to do up here. All right, pro number 6 of the positives of living in northern Lake Tahoe, Nevada is that you're going to have absolutely stunning and gorgeous and unbelievable lakefront properties. Now, there are going to be lots of beautiful lakefront properties in all of Lake Tahoe, but I feel like Incline, Zephyr Cove, like they're going to be just another level over here. Absolutely stunning. Google it, reach out to us. We can help you see some of those properties, and they're amazing. So you can't get much better in this area. So that is my number 6, is the fact that there are some absolutely stunningly gorgeous lakefront properties. All right, now on to the cons of living in Lake Tahoe, Nevada. Con number 1 is the fact that it closes down early and it's a quieter, kind of sleepy town. And like I said earlier in the pros, it is a family-oriented town. This is not a big party town. This is a town where people come and they bring their friends, like we always do, have our friends come visit, and we have family time. We get out with the kids, do the fun stuff, and then we come home and then we have dinner, and then we go to bed. And then we repeat and rinse, the whole cycle over again the next day. So you're not gonna have a plethora of like the activities to do, bars to go out and party till the crack of dawn. Now, are there some bars? Yes, there are definitely some bars, and you can go to them, but they're not going to be staying up till 2 a.m. It's not like going to the casinos down in South Lake. So it is a quieter town that shuts down early. That is my con number 1. Quieter and shuts down early. All right, con number 2 is that the nightlife is pretty much non-existent. So we were just up with friends, and there is a nightlife. Like you can go to bars, like there's a bar up, and we were in Incline, and it's called Alibi, and it stays open pretty late, not too late, but we were able to go there with a couple friends and just hang out and have a good laugh, hang out and have fun, get away from the kids for a minute. So you will be able to do that, but you're not going to get like a dance club. You're not going to get like any kind of Las Vegas vibe in this sleepy town. It closes early and they're going to be all pretty much bars. So the nightlife is pretty much non-existent. So that's my number 2. All right, con number 3 is there are not a lot of restaurants and places to eat here. I mean, there are, don't get me wrong, but if you're going to be up an incline or now, with the exception, like I said, I'm segregating this to north and south. So South Lake, it's a little bit different on the Nevada side, but in northern Lake Tahoe, like Incline Village and that whole section of the lake, there's just not a ton of places to eat. Like you're going to have a handful of restaurants you can go to, but you better get your order in early. And if you're going to be there in the summertime, you're looking at making a reservation, and with COVID and people not having enough staff, it's been pretty much a nightmare the last couple years. So be prepared if you're going up there and you're renting a house, be prepared that you're probably going to have to cook yourself. Or if you have vacation rental here like we have, and my poor boyfriend is he had no idea what he's getting into with the cooking, but it's okay because I can help and I clean the dishes. So it's we're a team, but it's you need to be prepared for the fact that if you're going to own a property here, your eating and dining is going to be limited. And yeah, you're going to have to be prepared to cook at home. There's no DoorDash in Incline Village. Yeah, you're going to be cooking. So that is my Con number 3 is the fact that there are not a lot of restaurants here and even less bars, so be prepared. All right, con number 4 of living in Lake Tahoe, Nevada, northern Lake Tahoe, you're basically gonna have really expensive real estate here. Real estate's going to be expensive. It's not going to be cheap. You're looking at condos in the range of like minimum 800 to kind of mid-range million, you know, and you're not going to get, I'm talking about Incline Beach here. Let's just talk about Incline. We can get you pricing for the rest of the area, but Incline Beach, you're looking at like, 2-3 bedroom home, 2 bath, like 800s to 900s. That's without a garage. If you want a garage, or even for a townhome, you're looking at with a garage about $1 million. So it's handy to have a garage for sure. Do you need one? Plenty of people have properties without garages, but storage makes life easier, especially in the winter. So real estate is expensive. You're looking at a home, single family resident home, $1.1 to like 49 million if you're on the lake. It just depends. So con number 4 is that real estate is expensive. All right, con number 5, living in northern Lake Tahoe, is that it gets crowded here. Okay, so Tahoe is like an all year round deal. Like there's really no off season. There's shoulder season, which is like basically September, end of September to like winter time, but people still come then, you know, so it's like you're looking at winter crowds, summer crowds. You're looking at definitely a lot of traffic because the roads can get really bad, you know, depending on if there's a snowstorm. But you're looking at lines if you're going to be skiing at the various ski resorts. You're looking at lines all weekend long if it's a good, you know, weekend to ski, or if it's fresh snow, like it just depends. But there's going to be lines like always. And then going to the beaches in the summer, you're going to look at traffic into the beach and hard time parking. So it's kind of a bummer, but it's just because there's such a draw to this beautiful place. So con number 5 is that it gets crowded pretty much all year round. All right, con number 6, which is my absolute worst and saddest con of all, is the wildfires. Wildfires are just now, unfortunately, part of the norm in California. I have noticed this for like probably the last 6 years now. We just have a wildfire season and it's not going away. And it's really sad and it's unfortunate. Last year, South Lake Tahoe got hit really hard with the fires. And thankfully, I mean, it was bad, but it could have been way worse. Northern Lake Tahoe did not get hit last year. But what happened was because the southern portion of the lake was basically on fire, all of that smoke just filtered right into the area of northern Lake Tahoe. So a lot of people had to leave. We had plenty of friends that had to get out and just go to their other home or just escape with friends to like avoid the inhalation of the smoke, because air conditioning it's usually not needed in Tahoe too much, but with the fires, it's been pretty gnarly. So it's my con number 6. You're basically going to have to expect in like the summer months, just smoke at some degree. You know, it could be bad, it could be okay. Last year it was really, really bad. Hopefully this year it won't be so bad. But because the fires happen in like Northern California or like the Bay Area, oftentimes it'll filter into Tahoe's air. So you'll at least see some smoke, you know, in August, September. Just depends on when they all start and how bad they are. So it's something to take note of and to be aware of that. If you plan a trip here or if you have a second home here, it's way more convenient if you have a second home, because you could just schedule, you know, when you want to go up to Tahoe and hopefully it won't be so bad with the smoke. But unfortunately, it's something that we have to take into consideration living here in California and Nevada. All right, so now let's get into pros of living in Lake Tahoe, California. So what is often called South Lake Tahoe. Pro number 1 is the fact that it is totally beautiful, just like pro number 1 was for Lake Tahoe, Nevada. South Lake, California side is going to be just as beautiful as the Nevada side. So it is absolutely stunningly gorgeous here all year round. I mentioned why earlier, but it's just the same. Pro number 1 is that it's absolutely gorgeous. All right, pro number 2 for South Lake Tahoe on the California side is that there is a plethora of nightlife here. So a lot of people go down to South Lake in California where Heavenly is. There's a dividing line there where it's California and Nevada, and you can gamble on the Nevada side, which is where all the casinos are. But on the California side, there's like Heavenly and the whole little village of Heavenly. and there's just a ton of shopping to do in that little village. It's so cute. They have a really great store, a kids store there, and some art vendors there that are great. I think it's the Marriott hotel there, which you can stay at, and then you could just walk around and enjoy all of the live music and the restaurant. There's like a plethora of things to do down there. There's Whole Foods, like tons and tons of stuff to do. So in North Lake, there's not that much. There's like Truckee has stuff and Kings Beach a little teeny bit, but the action is in South Lake. So that's how I'm kind of dividing this video, is North Lake and South Lake, California, Nevada side. So people love South Lake because there's a plethora of things to do and there's a lot of nightlife. Like we went down there, we had so many fun times there. Go to the casinos, go to the restaurants, listen to the live music, stay up all night if you want to. And then you could take the kids to the little like arcade there in Harrah's, I think it's Harrah's, and just party all night. Definitely. Pro number 2 is that South Lake has a lot of action and fun things to do at night and throughout the day. All right, pro number 3, there is a ton of great activities to do here in South Lake. You've got a lot of skiing, you've got Heavenly, Palisades, Homewood, all those different ski resorts for just to ski and have fun. You also have camping. Sugar Pines and the Tahoma area, there is a ton of like great camping down there. You just have to be careful of the bears, but I think you have to be careful of the bears all throughout Tahoe, but there's a ton of stuff to do over there, and camping and lots of hiking as well. In Tahoe City, there's like a boat service that you could do, and you could pull your butt up there and eat on the dock and have so much fun. A lot of people do that, so that's something really fun to do as well. And there's just like a plethora of like hiking, golfing. Edgewood is this amazing hotel, and there's like a specialized celebrity golf tournament, I think, that happens every year. I have actually not stayed at Edgewood yet, but I want to. It's so beautiful. It's like the Hyatt and Incline Village, actually better, I think, and also the Ritz and Truckee over by North Star. Number 3 is there is a plethora of fun outdoor activities and things to do. All right, pro number 4 is down in the South Lake area, specifically, there's a lot more vacation rentals down here. So there's going to be a mix of houses and also apartments, like little condos and stuff. It's just a little bit more densely populated than northern Nevada and that whole section of the lake. It's going to just be a little bit easier to rent potential vacation rentals down here or even buy. And if you are looking to, just have a quick vacation, you're going to have better luck finding something in the South Lake area, the California area of Lake Tahoe. So that is my number 4, is there is an abundance of rentals down here and it's just a little bit more accessible. All right, pro number 5 is that real estate is more affordable here. So if you're looking at the Nevada area, specifically Incline Zephyr Cove area, where there's a plethora of opportunities to buy or purchase, it's going to definitely be more affordable in the California section of Lake Tahoe. South Lake in particular, all the way up to like Kings Beach, you're going to get more affordable properties here. You'll be able to get more space and it's not going to be as expensive. You could actually get a house for like $400,000 to $600,000 here, depending on what needs to be done, how many bedrooms, etc. Obviously, a fully renovated, beautiful home in the South Lake area could cost you at least $1 million, like it would in Incline, but you would have more opportunity to get homes that are more affordable on the California side, in specifically South Lake area. All right, now on to the cons of living and buying a home in South Lake Tahoe, California. You're looking at California taxes. Con number 1 is California taxes. You're going to have to be prepared if you're buying a property to pay California taxes, and it's just something to take note of because there is definitely a difference between Nevada and California. All right, con number 2 is if you are a gambler, you're going to have to go to Nevada. California doesn't allow it, and there's no gambling on the California side of the lake. So you just got to scoot over to that dividing line to Nevada, and you have Harrah's right there. But if you're going to be buying a place in Tahoe, South Lake on the California side, you are not allowed to gamble. So you need to know that coming in. All right, con number 3. In this area, South Lake specifically, it is a little bit more of a party scene. So if you are considering a vacation here, or if you're considering buying a home or a vacation home or a rental, you need to know that South Lake is going to be more of a party scene than North Lake would be. I think there are parties everywhere. I think everyone has at some point in time some type of problem where people are vacationing next to them in a townhouse or a condo or a house and they're partying and going crazy. I mean, it kind of comes with the territory, but South Lake area is just a little bit more condensed living and more action is here. So because there's more action, it's going to attract more action-oriented people. So like where we live in Incline, it's more families, it's a little bit more low-key. You're going to get people that are a little bit more low-key, okay? Whereas in South Lake or, on the California side, just kind of specifically South Lake, because I'm kind of dividing the two areas like north and south. The different sides of the lake, it's a little bit different. There's definitely a lot more action too on the west side, but in South Lake in particular, it's a condensed area where people can easily drive to bars that stay open all night. They could easily cross that state line and go head into the casinos. So you're going to have to be prepared that this is a little bit more of a party scene than you would have in like Kings Beach or Incline Village. So be prepared, especially if you want to buy a home, because it's liability. And if you want to rent it out, you got to think about that stuff. So, or screen your renters, obviously. All right, con number 4, like Nevada side. This is, you just have to be aware of it. It's going to get crowded here too. Probably more so than the Nevada side, like up in Incline, Zephyr Cove, those places, because there's just more population here. It's going to be more trafficky. It's going to be harder to get to. And to be quite honest, I feel like my hardest times in traffic getting to Tahoe was when I would go to South Lake. Like the most extraordinary amounts of traffic. It's just unbelievable, especially if the winter, the snow conditions are bad. People coming home and going back to work on Mondays. It's just tougher. A lot of people go more to South Lake, I feel like, than to North Lake Tahoe. So you have to be prepared for all of those things. I feel like if I was to pick between the two, South Lake would definitely be just more congested, just because there's more places to be, there's more places to rent, there's more action, all that stuff, action, activity, all that stuff. Number 4 is it gets crowded, the skiing, all that, the boating, everything. It's going to be more crowded down here. All right, my last con, number 5, is again, the wildfires. It sucks. Last year was horrendous for South Lake Tahoe. It was horrendous. It was so bad. It was like the Napa fires a few years ago. Just so bad. So if you're going to buy a property here, if you're going to rent out, buy a vacation rental, a second home, if you're going to come move and live here, you need to be prepared that fires are the future. Hopefully, because it was hit so hard last year that it will not get hit again for like 50 years, but who knows? Only Mother Nature will know that, but you got to be prepared for it. So my con number 5 is the fact that wildfires are a season here, just like summer, winter, and fall. Usually happens about June, the hottest months of the year, which is like around summertime, June, July, August. Probably tapers off towards the end of September. All right, so there you have it, the absolute best and worst of living in North Lake Tahoe and South Lake Tahoe. Hope that gave you some great advice and some good knowledge. Basically, Lake Tahoe is amazing, lovely, lake living, fun living, skiing, hiking, biking, golfing, snowshoeing, no mobiling. You have everything you need in Lake Tahoe to live a beautiful, happy, loving, wonderful life here. The only thing that's missing is you and that beautiful new second home, primary home, or vacation home, or vacation rental. So if you want that, any of those things, you got to reach out to us. We'll help you relocate and figure out what part of the lake is best for you and your family needs and what you want to have in your life. So just reach out. Information's above and below. Make sure to click the subscribe button, smash that like button if you're getting value. And until the next time, we look forward to helping you and answering those questions. We're here for you days, nights, and weekends. Just give us a shout. Shoot us a text, email, DM, PM, whatever you feel comfortable with. We got you back when moving and relocating or buying a second or vacation home in Tahoe. Till next time, guys. Peace.